Boom, welcome back, everybody. Another Tuesday night chat with the Muskrat, and you can tell we got a full house tonight. We've been backstage cutting up, and it's going to be a fun show tonight. Welcome, guys. Welcome in, and we'll get started here in just a minute. But tonight we got a special event coming up that says, "Can you beat?" Is he letting us say King Creole, or do we have to?
Yeah, he don't like it, but we're saying it. Just I mean, anybody beats me, you got to be the king, right?
Yeah, beat King Creole, and this is an event put together and sponsored by Cody Giffey. That is going to be a fun event. It's going to help raise some money for Operations Vets with Nets, and for a few lucky winners, first, second, third place. It's actually could put some cash in your pocket. So, an event where we can raise money and also maybe get a little something back in return if you do well. So, really looking forward to the event coming up and looking forward to tonight's show. But before we get kicked off going too far, I'll say hello to some folks that are tuned in early. I know folks are probably compiling in after we get rolling here, but we got Matt Wannabe Outdoors in the house, Jeff Bill's in the house. Pontoon Jody had a good show earlier. We got to catch part of it with her. Sampy's in the house as always. Ed Jenkins is right
here.
Yeah, he's in the chat and on the screen. He's double duty. Jackie's keeping us all in line. She's in the background. She's actually in the background right there. She's giving me the look. So she's keeping me straight. Kevin Walters, channel member Kevin Walters. Thanks, brother, for your support. Appreciate you being here. Burrito Catfishing Lady, Josh Barham's in the house. Down East Tackles here as well. Mike Irvin, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. There's Chris and Telly, or Hooks and Hammocks. Another channel member there, Catch Fish with us. Our good buddies. Always sharing information, and we go up and battle the bay together. So we'll talk a little bit about that here after a while. See who else. We got Mike Greenwell in the house, as well as Buckeye Catfishing. Jim, welcome in. Don Knight's in the house. Welcome in. Operations Vets with Nets, providing real therapy. What's shaking, folks? You got Rich back there. He's on the bottom of the screen there, helping guide us along this crazy river we're on. 205 Wild Actions in the house. Ben Wall's here as well. Catfish Hunter TV, welcome in. JC Virginia Beach. That's a new one for me. You guys must have pulled that one in.
It's an old friend of mine from years and years and years ago when I used to do motorcycle ministry.
There you go. Well, Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you being here. Rowdy World's in the house. Cat Claws is in the house. Journey to the Riverbanks. There we go. And let's see. My chat jumped on me. I'm thinking I might be caught up for right now. I'm sure things will pick back up here once we get going. But I don't want to take too much time away from what we got going on. 922 Crappie Barbecues in the house. Greg Burgess, welcome in. And so we'll kick things off. You guys seen the thumbnail for tonight's show. And so Daryl, if you would, kind of tell us how this came along and what inspired the idea and how we got to the point we're at right now.
Well, first off, man, I don't know about Kevin and Rich, but I'm pretty offended you come in here and welcomed Ed on and just left us sort of in the background. Hello, Daryl, Kevin, and Rich. It was just, hey, Ed, glad you're with me tonight. Come on.
Ed was double duty.
Over here?
He was in chat. Well, Ed, you want to introduce Kevin for everybody?
Yeah, Kevin is Operation Vets alumni. I took him out in March, I believe it was, for his first trip. And we've been pretty doggone good friends ever since then. So,
and he's one of our new ambassadors.
Absolutely. Yep. I was hoping to talk about that a little later too. So
Yep. I'd like to hear your story. Rich, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm nobody. No. Hey, everybody who does not know me, I'm Rich Segarra. I'm the founder and CEO of Operation Vets with Nets, and really the man that just takes orders from all my captains, man, to guide me in the right direction so we can do great things for our vets.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, bud. And now that since how Daryl was so adamant making sure that everybody got the spotlight, Daryl, you're last. Everybody knows who you are.
I'm just a lonely captain out there for nets, but that's fine with me. They sure don't want me to be the mouthpiece of it. I can tell you that right now. They're wanting people to come to help out, not run them off. So, but you asked me how this got started.
Yeah.
I'll make this the quickest story as I can. You know how long I can run my mouth.
Oh, boy.
Cody Griffey reached out to me, said, "Hey, I'd like to do a tournament to help charity out and do a payout on it, and then and give some of the money to the charity also." And I said, "Well, I know exactly the charity." I said, "It's the charity that I work with," and I said, "It's called Operation Vets with Nets." And I said, "It's a great deal where we take out veterans that's served in our military, and help them out and let them go fishing with us and hopefully put them on catfish." I said, "And we're needing to raise some money for the Tennessee chapter to be able to go to events such as we're going in Knoxville and places like that. And we also hopefully one day we'll have a handicap boat here in Tennessee to be able to take vets out with also." And he said, "That's awesome." He said, "I took vets out last year myself." And he said, "Yeah, that'd be great." So what he's done is he has told me that he will put $1,400 in for this tournament. He's going to give a $700 payout. That'll be $400 for first place, and $200 for second place, and $100 for third place. And then he's going to give $700 to the to Vets for Net, Operation Vets for Nets. And then he wanted us to also only do a $10 fee for per team to be in the tournament, because he wanted it affordable for everybody. I'm like, well, that's pretty good. That's what we'll do then. Okay. And what we're going for is 30 boats. If we get 30 boats and then the $700, that gets us up to $1,000 minimum that we'll be able to make on this. It'll help us out because just going to Knoxville is over $400 to be in that show. So, and the reason we go to these shows, and Ed and Rich can tell you a lot more about it, but it's to get the word out there, to let people know about Vets for Nets. And we can talk about it online and stuff, but if nobody's watching, if these vets aren't watching our YouTube channels or anything like that, they don't have an outlet to know. So we're going to shows and different fish. It could be fishing shows. We go to hunting shows. We can go to any of that stuff and meet with these people. And it's not always the vet that meets us and say, "Hey, we need this." It can be the mother, the father, the grandmother, grandfather. It can be a wife. I mean, I know Ed, I think's been reached out like that. So,
and I met Kevin at a wild game dinner that we set up at, and this the fishing expo in Knoxville. I think they said they're going to run 18,000 people through the door, which that's a lot of people we can reach, and the smaller events that we did we had such great response to it. I just wanted to kind of take it and make it a little bit bigger and reach more folks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, these type of events, going to these events, yes, they cost money, but we did a big USO event June 4th this year on the Virginia Beach ocean front, and we probably got 20 missions out of that. Mm-hmm. We're going to be doing some things with the Coast Guard as well. This upcoming, I met one of the ombudsmen, but this September 7th, and I'm still trying to get some captains for it. Here in the Chesapeake area of Virginia, we're going to be taking 20 crew members from the USS Truman, one of the newer aircraft carriers, out on a trip. Awesome. And so it's these events that really get the word out and allow us to work with the VA, because they contact us. Allows it, so we're working with disabled vets. It allows us to work with some active duty. And we've done some things with the Coast Guard this last weekend, so they're gonna be getting on board with us. So it's a big deal. And every dime helps. It's bottom line is every dollar that's raised in this organization goes in one way or another to that veteran. If it's helping the captains with, like, getting some extra tackle on the boat, or if it's if it's trying to help with any kind of cost that vet may have to get down to an event, we try to do that. Whatever it takes, we want the vet to incur as little cost as possible. And so events like what you guys are doing in Tennessee is going to be key to the success of getting the word out about what Operation Vets with Nets does.
Absolutely. And I want to, and I'm going to do this off my own dime, but I'm going to order bait towels. And I did that with the last guys I took out. Give them a bait towel to take back that has the logo on it, and they appreciate that. And I know Kevin, I'm sure, will speak on this, on how much it helps to be able to get out where you're not just sitting in there looking at 4 walls every day. But, I'd like to be able to give that. And when we go to these expos, we're trying to raise money that way also. So we'll be raffling off maybe rod and reel and selling some bait towels and stuff. All that right there helps us to be able to get money to be able to help vets. These men were willing to lay their life down. Think about this. They were willing. Maybe every one of them wasn't out there in combat, but they could have been. It could have been.
When they signed the line, they don't know.
You don't know. They were going to give their life for this country where we could have freedom. Freedom is not free. There has been thousands of hundreds of thousands of Americans giving their life where we could have our freedom. And we need to try to give back in every way we can. And Kevin, I know you probably can talk on what this has done for you, since you are a veteran and you were out there in battle, and what it's helped you with.
Oh, yeah. Especially when, because I signed the sheet when we were at that wild game dinner. And so then then Ed called me back. So then I turned around and went out with Ed, and I bass fish, crappie, bluegill, everything, but I've never gone after the big cats. And so when Ed took me out, it was just, we're fishing nickajack in the most beautiful part. And so it was like, when you see the river from the boat, it's a totally different experience. And, and you're just awestruck in the beauty, and it's so relaxing. But it's getting out there, putting yourself, getting on that boat to actually do it, to do that commitment, A lot of times that's the hardest thing for us to do. We're wanting to do all these different things, but to make that actual first step. So once you step on that boat, a big pressure is relieved off of you, and you can, then it's like a great big sigh, great big weight. And you're like, I'm out on the water. I don't have to worry about anything, nothing at all. You're just, the only thing you're worried about is if you're going to catch a fish or not. And if you do, fine. And if not, fine. And Ed put me on some fish, and I was so struck by it. And I was picking Ed's brain. I was going, okay, what size weight are you using for this current? And I'm just asking Ed, how you setting up your leaders and everything. I'm picking very first trip. And so, so at the end of the first trip, I told Ed, I said, this is something I really want to get into. And so because it just, the thought of it just, it's like, there's these monsters in the river that nobody fishes for. It's all bass down here, bass and crappie. But these cats down here, and the
wait, Kevin, did you just say there's nothing but bait?
Yeah. Believe me, I know now.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
And see, this is what's neat, though, is now you got pressure on you even to catch these stupid bluegill that you used to catch all the time without even thinking about it. Now it's like, they're too small, and you're trying to catch some for bait. and it's like, and it's frustrating. And then you got to worry about keeping your bait alive, you know. But the work that the captain does prior to, there's so much pressure on him
Yeah.
to bring that success to the veteran.
Oh, it's a 2-day event for
Yes.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The day
least.
before and the day of.
Right.
And
Oh,
the day after.
It's
But-
like getting ready for a tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, that recovery.
I took to it so with so much passion because I just fell in love with it, you know. But I was in a dull period in my life because I bass fished, you know. I make my own bass lures and stuff, but I was in a bad period, you know, and then to go out on the boat, it gave me hope, you know. It's like whenever I go out and throw a rod, I could catch one of these, you know, on my own,
Yeah.
you know. But I was in such a dark place before I went out with Ed. Then that just it was like just the right time. It was like all the stars aligned with, you know, when Ed, and it was just a magical thing. But if I hadn't have had that opportunity, no telling where I would be right now. I can't guarantee you where I would be right now.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm right here now, and I'm so excited about each day now. I look forward to each day, whether it be, you know, catching bluegill. But my mental health has really turned around tremendously. It's given me hope.
That's
You
awesome.
know, where we don't, where a lot of times you get in a funk and then you're like, well, you know, there's nothing new to do. Well, this is something new, you know, for people to try. And then if they like it, your captain's going to share everything that he can. Your
Not
captain's
everything. Not everything.
Well, no, I know Ed's still got a couple tricks up.
Yeah, nobody's touching my coffee.
But it was so neat, you know, to have somebody like Ed. He just took me under his arm, and because, you know, and it was somebody I could call and ask questions with, because I called him all the time at the beginning. I was go, okay, what kind should I get? You know, what about starting off? Blah blah blah. You know, and then now I'm up to Mad Cat's rods and reels, and, you know, catching skipjack. I got my own skipjack rod and everything, and
That's a brotherhood too. I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
remember the night we all got off the river at the same time and made sure everybody had what we needed and was ready to go before we even left. I mean, there was 4 of us boats, I think, after that tournament came off, and but everybody, you know, we all share information.
It's family.
It's totally different from bass fishing or anything.
Oh, without a doubt. Yep. And
it might be dysfunctional family at times, but we're still family.
Yeah. I met Pontoon Jody up at Watts Bar without even knowing it, and she had on her shirt on, and I said, hey, you know, I just got hooked up with Operation Vets with Nets, and so then, and I was catching skipjack, and I gave some to Jody, and I didn't know what a legend she was around here, you know.
It's no longer Pontoon Jody. It's center console Jody.
But the catfish family is so different because it's a family. It's family oriented. Yeah. Just like when I went to the gathering, even though I didn't know, I was family. And that's what this does. Operation Vets with Nets gives you a chance to expand your family. You know, and I've shared, in fact, whenever I go see my social worker every month, I'm always in there bragging about Vets with Nets, how much it's, you know, what it's done for me, you know.
That's awesome.
And I gave him the phone number, you know, I said, hey, if you've got a vet that's struggling, you know, tell him that this organization's there to take him out, you know. And so that's what, you know, that's why, and I'm so glad that you have an ambassador program now.
Yeah.
That means the world, especially to be called an ambassador. Do you know what a thrill that is? That is a thrill.
It gives you meaning.
Yes, it gives you meaning. Yes.
Yeah.
And it gives you more passion. You're like, well, what can I do? and it's like, okay,
And
like
that-
I'm gonna be working all 3 days down in Knoxville.
Oh,
with
you're gonna when you come to CatCon, you'll be working there too.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
Wait till I get, now that I know you're going to come to the next gathering, wait till I give you the list you got to do there.
There you
Oh,
go.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to get Roger to work last CatCon,
Yeah.
but luckily Jackie kept him occupied, so I gave him some slack.
I can't stand still very long, that's for sure.
But
yeah, I'll definitely work anything you guys need me to. I mean,
but Kevin keyed on something when he talked about ambassador, and there's been a lot of folks that have reached out that don't have boats, so they can't captain, but they want to give back.
right.
They want to be able to help in some way.
Yes.
So, and I thought about this. I threw the idea up to the team. Mostly, I don't do anything without at least throwing ideas up to the team in our team chat.
Right.
And so, and there'll be an ambassador chat going on here shortly, Kevin, as well. But there are those folks that could be on the ground. They're making contacts with the BFW. They're doing events, manning the booth, selling swag, sharing the story and the ideas about Operation Vets with
Right.
doing all these different things.
Yep.
And so that gives them a purpose as well, because I got to tell you, there's so many organizations out there, so many teams out there, but I'm sorry, there ain't a team like ours.
No.
There is not a team like ours. There are a bunch of miscreants that are the best of the best, in my opinion. And we would not be where we are today without those characters. Right. And so, we want to expand that so we can expand our reach, and get the word out. Let some of these ambassadors work with maybe their local, VA, maybe with some of the local companies in their community.
Correct. Yep. Get just more people to get the word out, and
that's exactly it.
A different group of people, to get them involved. That's what we need is boots on the ground, and that's what we are.
No matter how much, you do this, you still always run into people that have never heard of this. Like, man, I never knew about this, or I never heard about this.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to do here is close the gap a little bit and get more attention to it and let more people know that this is going on out there, and how, more importantly, the information of how to get involved and who to contact and where to start.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, we're always you can use sponsors too. If there's a company out there that wants to get your name out there,
exactly. Yep.
Come in with us. Like on this, I'm wanting, and I'm going to mention this real quick for this tournament. I'd like to give, and not be able to take any money away from what we're trying to get done, a sponsor for the big fish. So if there's somebody out there for this tournament that's going to be on the 28th, if you want to get your name out there, or if you just want to help out, give a rod, a reel, a net, give money, whatever. We don't have anybody sponsoring us for the big fish. So if anybody wants to do that, that's great. You can contact me on Messenger. Also, we are wanting to get 30 people in this tournament at a minimum. We have 19 right now. I thought we had 20. I lied to Ed today. I told him I had 20, but I thought I did. But we have 19. So we have 11 more spots. If somebody wants to get into this, where are you going to get into a tournament that's going to pay you, if you win $400, second place, $200, or $100 for third, and it's just $10. All you got to do, and every dime of that's right straight to Vets for Net. If you want to enter this, and slide that back down just a minute. I wanted them to see my Cash App and PayPal. You can send your $10 to Cash App $ Trophy Seekers, or PayPal. It's DMarsPrecisionCabinets@yahoo.com. I generally don't use my Cash App or PayPal for for fundraisers. I always go to the same to that person, but because of the way this is working out, I'm using mine. But I promise you, this will all go to Vets for Nets.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys want to get in this, we'll go over the rules right quick right now, and then we can get into the more fun of it. The first rule is must fish on public water. The second rule is 6 rod limit. And the third rule,
What?
Right.
I mean, what is this? One hook.
muskrat rule, only 1 hook per pole.
So apparently he's sick and tired of seeing. I thought I had it sitting there nice and
The
pretty.
double hook rig.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
chicken rig.
Yeah, he hammered us
What
last
are
Saturday. with
what are
double
you
hooks.
trying to say?
So I mean, we was catching them, 2, 4, 6, 8 at a time, and he was like, hey, you guys got to quit. Two
Look,
fish.
how many's on there? Look. You know what you're doing? You're strengthening my case right now. You're bringing it. You know the only reason he brought in 2 at a time? Because he didn't have 3 hooks on the dang line.
Oh
That's
my
all
goodness,
it is.
that's too
Look at
funny.
this. Now you guys want to know why you just strengthened my whole case. Everybody out there chat's going, you dang
I don't
right,
see-
Daryl. Muskrat can only have 1 hook per rod. See?
Wait, just me?
Yeah.
No, nobody. It's a muskrat rule. Look
Oh,
at him.
man.
The man's trying to shortcut rules left and right. I mean, it's just ridiculous as how this
One
man
hook.
is.
Okay, all right. You
Wait a minute. How many people was on your boat last week?
tell me you're not
Last
scared,
Saturday
but not
night.
telling me you're scared. Well, it's just
I'm
me and
scared.
Jackie.
You and Jackie. Okay, him and Jackie put almost 300 pounds of catfish on their boat using these dang double hook lines up here in this, I don't know what in the world, some lake up north they call Channel Cat Bay or something.
Get a hold of Fundraising. He's the one making all these double hook rigs we're using. Get a hold of him and tell him you don't like them.
You know what? You're lucky I didn't put rule number 4, no Sandusky Bay. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm scared. You're up there. He's up there. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, it's like shooting fish in a barrel up there.
Daryl's scared of channel cats. He just said it out loud. I'm scared of channel cats.
I know. Well, I'm scared of that, and I'm scared of double hook rigs. Okay.
All right, go on. We gotta get
All
through
right,
this.
so anyway, that's that. You go only 1 hook per line. I don't hear nobody else whining it. He just proved my point. This is most weight tournament, so it's going to be catch and release. So you can catch 100 of them and weigh them. It's going to be a minimum of 1 pound fish. I didn't get that on there, but it's got to be.
I don't
at
see
least
it on their
1 pound.
rules. You can't be just adding stuff now just because you don't like the way things are going.
Here, hang on just a second. 1 pound. Okay, it's on there now. Mine's the official document.
Fine.
Man.
I'd never block you, buddy. I don't know if I missed something.
You must follow state rules. In other words, if you can't fish with 6 rods, it's only 2 rods you've got to do. You can't use them anymore. But you can use any legal bait. But number 7 sort of fixes the state rules because no more than 3 anglers per team. Because most states you can use at least 2 rods. So if you got 3 people on your boat, you can have 6 rods that way. Or if you're on the bank, either one.
It doesn't really matter how many people you have on your team as long as you don't go over 6 rods.
Yeah. Man, who asked you to start coming in here?
Well, wait till you get down here towards the end. You want us to invite veterans on the boat and get extra points, but you guys say, well, you got to kick somebody else off your boat if you're going to do it. I'm trying to figure out where you
The
come up with
veteran's
this
going to fish too. Leave me alone. Let's put it this way: if there's 4 people on the boat, I ain't disqualifying you. Okay, you may fish from the bank, or I said or any flotation device, i.e., boat or kayak. So you can fish anywhere, anyway, if you want to.
So if I wanted to go out there and float around with my big life preserver because it's a flotation device, I can do that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't care. It's your life. Do with it what you want. This is a live, but here's the other thing. This is a live stream event, so you must catch you must have your catch on camera, or it will not count. So
So you got to have service.
You just got your flotation device. Better not destroy your camera.
Yeah.
And just to keep disputes out, you must show the weight of the fish to the host, and they will declare the weight of the fish. In other words, if sometimes your scales don't lock in, just show it to the host. Most of the time, they'll take the highest one that they see on there, and they'll declare the weight. The host of the channel has the final say of any dispute or question. They can call help for clarification if need be.
You got to phone a friend.
There you go. If they need to call me or call one other with the host, just whatever. If you take a vet as one of your team members, you will start off the tournament with 22 extra pounds. This is to recognize 22 deaths per day from suffering a PTSD. Excuse me. So I just thought that would be a good way to recognize that. And so
it definitely is. It definitely is, and that's a great way. That's a great way to do it. Yeah.
So
because we keep trying to get that number down, and that's our goal.
Yeah. And then again, at the end, the Cash App is if you want to send your $10 in, is $sign Trophy Seekers or PayPal DMars Precision Cabinets at yahoo.com. The name on that account, my mother did me real good. My real name is Kenneth Darrell Morris. So then she called me Darrell. She called me Darrell, but name's been Kenneth Darrell Morris. God rest her soul, she's not around anymore. But after I got old enough, I sure gave her enough hard time about.
She got the last laugh, that's for sure.
Why didn't you call me Darrell? Why didn't you name me Darrell Kenneth Morris instead of Kenneth Darrell Morris? He's going to call me Darrell. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I was like,
Hey, let me ask you: are you guys going to be doing any giveaways during the tournament?
If we get some giveaways, we will be doing giveaways.
Well, you can count on some swag from me. So either probably a Pay Lakes jersey. It might be one of those jerseys like Kevin's wearing, but without the name. It might be a hoodie. You just tell me, and whatever I got.
You tell us what you're going to give us, and we'll do it. Ed, you work that out, please. Out in chat, if you want to sponsor, and I haven't been reading chat, but just message me if anybody wants to sponsor the biggest fish. I'd really love to have that happen. Because everybody likes to see who can catch the biggest fish also, because we know it's not going to be Roger.
It's just one fish. I mean, anybody can stumble across one fish. When you catch a whole bunch of fish, I mean, that's when you're really showcasing your abilities. I mean, anybody can stumble across one big fish. I mean, you even caught 100-pounder. I mean, that just shows how,
Woody caught it.
Yeah, Woody.
No, thank you, Ed.
Woody caught 101.5 fish on my rod on my boat, and it was supposed to have been my fish.
Here you go.
That's what I would claim.
It should be attention seekers, not trophy seekers.
Shut up! I hate that. You want somebody to go, damn, I hate that name. When that one comes up, I hate it. And there's a story or reason I hate that, because I actually was doing a giveaway and somebody came in chat and says, well, all you want is attention. Why don't you just raise money and not be telling everybody about it? I'm like, how do I tell anybody? How do I raise money if I don't tell them about it?
Hey, Kevin, Darryl, show your shirt. Somebody asked to see your shirt.
Hang on a second, Kevin. Let me make you full screen here so everybody can take a look at it. Give me just a second. Okay. There you go, brother. That's a good looking shirt. Jackie's over there. She's looking to order us both one right now.
Nice.
The new ones, the sleeves will be different.
What? Meaning what?
Whoa. Wrong angle. Angle. Damn.
Of course he froze like that.
Oh, there's that 100-pounder.
Your camera froze up on your butt.
Hey, Darryl, here's a good question from Stan. He's wanting to know who's hosting right now. Now, as you guys know, we simulcast these events. So right now with 19 participants, we're going to need at least 2. That's heading towards 3 channels. So we'll need more hosts and more giveaways as we get more channels.
Stan knows he's hosting this. He's just being funny. You're hosting this. Right now, him and Dustin's going to host it. But I am going to need a couple, probably at least one more, if not two more hosts, if somebody wants to volunteer. We need to have it where you'll have at least 10 channels, because we're going to 30. We're going to take no more than 36, because it's going to be hard enough to get 4 people to help host it. But yeah, if somebody wants to host it, just send me a DM or a message. And
yeah, I got to look at my schedule, but I know I won't be able to stay on it. But I could open it up, our StreamYard, and do the same, or I could try to assign somebody to be able to do that. So let me look at my schedule.
okay, he's gonna look at his schedule.
My schedule.
His schedule.
I'm so swamped.
Welcome in, Creole. We see you back here. Daryl's worst nightmare.
What's he doing here? Golly. Y'all know the reason can you beat Creole? Because we had the tournament to raise money for JG, and we were able to raise, what was it, $4,000 for JG on that. Yeah. And Creole's the only one that beat me, and he beat me like a rented mule. I'll just put it that way. It wasn't good, but I'm pretty sure it was his brother that done it, but he's trying to take credit for it because he always wants the spot. See, he's gone now. Where's he at now? Where you at now, Creole? Where you at now?
There you go. $4,240.
There you go. Yep. And we'll at the end of this, I want to talk about Friday night, but we're not talking about that right now.
But
hey, Daryl, real quick, people are asking, what's the link to order the shirts? If you look at what's scrolling on the bottom now, operationbetswithnets.org, go to our store. I am placing orders for the shirts Friday. Anything after that, it'll be a while before I order them again. But also, does anybody have? I don't have any with me. They're in the room. Ed, do you have one of the Pay Lake jersey shirts to show?
No, I don't have one.
Okay, hold on. I will go get one, and these are pretty cool shirts too. So I'll be right back.
Hey guys, one thing about it, he says he won't be ordering for a while, but I bet you if he gets about 10 or 15 orders in after he makes that order, he'll be making another order. Make him make more orders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he runs them at 30.
And just remember, he's ordering these by batches. So if you put in an order after Friday, don't expect it to come in a week. Please remember that
these ones have a zipper in the front.
That's to catch on your chest hair if you had any.
I know. That's why I don't have any. But yeah, they've got a zipper in front.
He said, I shaved my chest for this.
And they're really comfortable. I mean, even in 90-degree weather, they're nice out. You know, it's a moisture. It's real great material. I mean, yeah, it is. It's quality material.
2 stands. This is blasting Pay Lakes, not saying they're great. So I guess he's going to show it on camera. Not the most family-friendly shirt in the world, but
so I thank you, Brandon. He also dropped the link there. I just pinned the link to the top of the chat. So if anybody wants to click on that, that'll take you straight to the operationsbetswithnets.org page. And you can go through and look at all the products there. You can put decals, stickers. You got hats, you got shirts, you got just regular. If you just want to help donate, there's a button there for that. So be sure to check out the page there and kind of help it along.
All right. So 2 stands asked, am I saying Pay Lake? So if you can blow me up there, Roger, I'll show them these. So here's
don't say that when you're a veteran.
All right. So this is one of our new shirts, right? It says Real Therapy. And on the back, this has been one of our hottest sellers, the American flag. But what everybody seems to really enjoy is, let me see if I can get it on the side sleeve here. It says, let me see here. I probably should have put it on. All right. It says there. All right. This is God Bless the USA. And then on the sleeve here, it says, let me get it all untangled here, but it says with the skeleton. You know what? I'm just going to put it on. Hold on a minute.
Oh no!
Come on, Vanna White. Tell us how it works.
All right, guys, get your dollar bills. Get your dollar bills ready. Here goes Rich.
I didn't think this was his kind of show.
Oh Lord, pay $1 to get him off the screen.
Hey.
Jeremy, look what happens when you leave the show, man. It just went right down the tubes.
I know, right? Now, I'll leave y'all alone for like 5 minutes.
I scared him off because he knows the truth is his brother won that tournament.
All right.
The other sleeve.
As you see, that says God bless the USA. Then you got Real Therapy. Then you got the back there with the American flag. But what everybody seems to like is Screw Paylex.
Tell me how you really feel.
I told you it wasn't family friendly, but it was there.
That's what it is.
So you can find all these on our website, and and these jerseys are specifically going to fund the build of our new wheelchair boat.
That's going to be so exciting to see completed. I mean, I know we've raised a lot of money for it with the auctions that we've been having, and man, just it's going to be so awesome to enable a different group of veterans to be able to go out. That, to me, that's going to be such a great thing to see, and I want to be there when we do the ribbon cutting. I really do.
Yeah, that we launched our first wheelchair boat in March of 23. It's a 26-foot tri-tune, and so because the need was so high, because I was bringing it from the Lake Gaston Kerr area back and forth to Chesapeake, Virginia, up to the James River. I'm like, man, it just sucks traveling so much pulling this big thing. So we decided, we had a boat donated to us. So we're renovating another a pontoon that will be our second wheelchair boat, and that will stay here in the Hampton Roads area.
That's
So
awesome.
it's a blessing. If you go to our website, you can see the video of when we launched the first one, and you can also we were up on the news, and they covered that wheelchair boat, so you can check all that out on our website.
Real quick, like I've seen one question in chat. Danny Stone wanted to know if this was a mandatory catch and release because he was in a tournament that day that he has to keep his fish to go turn in for weight. I did not put in the rules that just because I knew, Danny, you had that. I know there's I've got another actually Ray Ferguson is going to be in this also, and he's in a tournament also. So I purposely did not put that you had to do catch and release because I knew that we had some people that was going to be fishing other tournaments that had to keep their fish. So nope, it is not written in the rules that you have to release your fish, and that is the reason. We prefer everybody to release their fish, but you know, we understand if you're in a tournament, it is what it is.
Release them later.
Gotcha. So you left the rules just like that for you, Danny. You should feel special.
Well, like I said, Ray Ferguson's in a tournament that's the same day also.
Creole is back.
Yeah, baby.
Look,
Hey,
he's back.
That's King
Creole's
Creole. King Creole.
Look who's back. Look who's
So, Jeremy,
back.
what do you think about that? They're bringing out Ray Ferguson and Donnie and Lonnie Fountain are coming after you. I mean, what? How does that make you feel?
Hey, just because they beat me in Vicksburg doesn't mean they can beat me at home.
Oh,
I'm okay with that.
there you go.
You know, I almost put in the rules that he couldn't bring his brother on, and I thought, man, people's gonna really think I'm slanting this thing towards me.
Well, see, we done found out tonight just how Daryl feels about total weight and channel cats, but Creole came on and Daryl gave him the option of a 3-bag limit or every fish counts. And Jeremy said, I'm not scared. If I'm going to do this, I'm not going to give anybody any excuses why they couldn't compete or couldn't win. And so Jeremy elected. He's the one that voted for every pound counts.
But hey, Jeremy, I've got rule number 3 is the muskrat rule. You can only have 1 hook per line.
That's fine. That's I don't fish with double hook rigs. I'm okay with that.
No,
He
that's
ain't
the
worried about
muskrat rule because he does. He catches them dang channel cats 2 at a time up there.
Right there. That's
Then
what he's
let
worried about. He's worried about
Then let
channel
him.
cats.
Let him. Hey, I'm not scared, Daryl. If you are scared, just say you're scared.
Hey, I didn't say I was.
I'm fine with that. Well, you're the one making rules about how many hooks people can use. It don't matter.
That's right. I didn't say it was your rule. I said it was. Hey, man, don't come on here trying to start nothing. Because
Hey,
if you do, they will be. I will come to Louisiana, and I'll pick up one of those 12-foot alligators and beg him not to bite my head off, and I'll throw him in bed with you.
Jeremy, you know that he will, because he can't fish Georgia. He can't fish home waters. He has to travel to find fish. He can't find them where he's at. So you know he will come to Louisiana if he thinks there's fish down there.
Yeah, but the problem is, but he's going to come down here and get in some actual current, and he ain't going to know what to do with it.
And I almost outlawed bumping too.
Yeah. And he doesn't have a trolling motor on his boat now either.
Hey. I worked on that today. I may have it.
Yeah, he invited me to fish with him Saturday so I could throw his anchor.
Yeah.
Cut my finger half off.
Hey, I'll even do you a favor, Daryl. I'll only fish with 1 rod. How about that?
Yeah, that's what I said. I started
1 rod, 1 hook.
I started to I almost banned bumping also Creole.
Yeah, it'll be that bumping rod though. That's the one I'm going to fish with.
Yeah, I'm going to ban it too. I'm going to put it in the rule. No bumping.
No. You ain't doing that. No.
Here you go, Sampy. Sampy's
hey,
on.
It's my tournament. It's my tournament. I can do it I want to.
Actually, my name is on this one, so this is my tournament too.
Yeah, actually, Daryl's name's not anywhere on this.
Hey, wait a minute. This is my tournament. My name's on it too. No.
My picture's on it.
It's everybody's tournament. See,
That's
Daryl,
right.
You've just been overruled. See?
Hey, this is Cody Griffith's tournament. He sponsored this tournament. Okay?
Yeah, you guys need to back off the cutting the fingers off comments. Bugman's in here. It's too soon for that.
Hey, I did about cut.
No, he did completely cut his fingertip off. OFF off.
Wow.
Ain't no finger cat.
Get Cody in here. Let him have a say on what's going on.
Yeah. We still got 11 openings, guys. We'd like to get 30. If anybody would join, we really would appreciate it. It will help us. Like I say, help so much. We'll be doing, when we go up to Knoxville, we'll be doing some raffles and stuff like that, and it'll help us buy that stuff.
Yeah, and just the rack cards that we need for it. I'd like to get a screen because we have a bunch of video of different trips that we've taken and testimonials that I'd like to run on a continuous loop. You know, just because listening to Kevin here and what everything meant to him. If we could bring that to other people,
right?
And that's key. That is key.
Right.
Yeah. And Ed, you point out something. Is if I could eventually get Steve Douglas or the other guy that ran CatCon to return my email so I can get my application in again for this year, we're gonna get a lot bigger spot, and we're gonna do a lot of podcasting. And I know there's going to be a lot of vets that we have taken out as an organization, and catching those stories. We're going to be streaming probably 75% of CatCon. Somebody will be hosting and having vets up there and sharing their testimony about what this type of what these trips did for them. You know, so. Yeah, hopefully, Steve, you're hearing this and somebody reaches back at me.
I'll talk to him for you. I'll know him.
He's got caller ID.
Oh yeah.
But I went into this just expecting to catch catfish, and then it was like, you know what? This is cool. This is special.
Yeah.
And now, I've got my somebody gave me a boat. I won't mention who it, but I've got it outfitted, and I took it out the first time by myself without anybody else last week, and I ended up catching a 20-pounder.
There you go.
And you want to talk
Nice.
about a thrill, because I was like, okay, what would Ed do? You know,
He's getting
I
a
was
bracelet.
thrilled when I got the video when you sent it to me. I was
WWED. What would Ed do?
yeah. See, Ed, because Ed was such a teacher to me. And so I when I was out there, I kept thinking, okay, here's, because I called Ed a couple days before. I said, okay, how do I anchor the boat? What angle do I need to be and everything? So Ed went through it. And then, for me to go out and catch one by myself from my own boat, I'm like, holy cow, this is a whole new ball game, And because I spent a month putting rod holders on and getting everything ready before I even took it out. And to really go out there by yourself and apply that knowledge, it was like, well, I remember Ed doing that. And then all you got to do is pick up the phone and call the guys. Hey, but it was so neat. It was such a thrill to have it come full circle, because I was like, yes,
Ed,
Well, Kevin,
Ed,
once you feel comfortable enough and you start to get persistent on what you're doing, man, and you feel comfortable enough, you better get your application in to be a boat captain.
Oh,
There
you
you
got
go.
that right. That's what me and Ed were talking about. Yep. That's what me and
hey,
Ed
Ed,
were talking about.
before long, we're going to have to ask him to take us out.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But
Couldn't have done any worse Saturday.
It's such a thrill. It's such a thrill to be out, and because I was catching fish from the bank during the spawn. I was catching nice, 30, 32-pound blues, just from the bank.
No, Jody, you don't have to bring a vet out, but if you do, you start
get
out
22
with
pounds.
22 extra pounds. You
Yes.
do not have to take a vet out on this tournament.
Boy, I'm seeing these orders coming in through my email. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Good.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just so awesome to go full circle with this, from going from one trip with Ed with Operation Vets with Nets to to being an ambassador. It's such a huge enjoyment. It gives you a purpose that you want to keep striving, because you're like, okay, how can we reach out to more vets? What can I do to reach out to get more vets, and maybe they'll have the same experience I do. But at least we're offering them the chance to. That's the main thing. That's what this is all about, giving them a chance to escape from everything that's going on in the brain, and just go out, relax, in nature. And, once you're on the water, you forget about everything,
And that's the whole thing, dude.
Yep.
That's what it's all about, is being able to kind of holistically help heal the mind.
Oh yeah.
And the body, and just getting folks away from life stressors for the day.
That real therapy right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
right.
I've had numerous vets tell me I've gotten more therapy from this 6-hour trip than I ever have at the VA. Now,
Right.
I'm not knocking the VA.
No.
But sometimes you've got to just be out there in nature, man, and
Yep.
get out there. And we have a lot of our captains are vets, and a lot of them aren't vets, but civilians wanting to give back to our vets.
Right.
And so there's a connection made there as well, because that vet sees the heart of that civilian and wanting to give back to those that have given so much.
Now, see,
And
I thought Ed was a veteran all along. That's just how we clicked. And then he said, no, I'm not a veteran. I said, what?
Well,
you know,
and it kind of shocked me too how embraced I've been by the veteran community, because you go into this and you don't really know what to expect. You know, I mean, it's kind of like a club, you know. But I've been embraced by it, and got a lot of friends out of it, and it's been as therapeutic for me as it's been for some of my veterans, for sure.
and Ed, you know, even with Ed not being a veteran, I was able to talk to him, and you know, I can tell him stuff that I couldn't tell my therapist, you know, and it's just the friendship me and Ed have developed just from that one time out. You know, he made me feel so welcome, and you know, his personality, we just hit it off. And man, I just want so many veterans to get out there and just have a chance to experience it, you know. And if it's their thing, fine, you know, but at least they're getting out and trying it, you know. But we've got to get out there, we've got to get out there more to attract more veterans, you know. And you know, just everything we can do, and because this means so much to I mean, somebody like me, to where I can now go out. Well, I was at a concert and I had my Vets with Ned shirt on, and I was talking to, you know, people there, and they took pictures of the shirt, you know, and then that way they can go on the website, you know. And I was just at a concert. I was telling them what the organization, you know, what the organization does for me, you know.
Right.
And I was so proud to do it. You know, I was really proud to do it. So,
well, we're proud to have you on the team, man. We're honored, Kevin.
And I think it's important too to have these personal events where you can actually have one-on-one time to talk with them, because I think a lot of these guys don't really believe that it's free.
Right.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of hesitation in there, and you know, if we can be there and say, look, you know, this is free. You don't have to do anything.
We're not going to try to sell you a condo,
but get on the boat. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
Just get on the boat.
Well, see, we can't really make that claim it's free anymore, because you know those guys get out there, they enjoy that fishing. Next thing you know, they're going back home. They're buying a rod, they're buying a reel, and next thing you know, man, we put them in debt.
Yep.
Not at all.
The initial trip's free.
Yeah,
that's right.
Now I'm up to 6 rods and 6 reels, and
it's like we were blessed this weekend with our vet tournament here in Chesapeake, that we had 2 rod companies. We had Mad Cats and Catch the Fever stand up and send us enough rods to give away to every vet that signed up for that trip. So they all went away with brand new rods.
Wow.
And we had organizations such as Carolina Lake Weights, you know, Mid-Atlantic Catfish Company, Ironside, For Real Fishing, donating stuff to where normally at big events like that we would sell raffle tickets. Well, we didn't sell any raffle tickets. Everybody just drew a raffle ticket. We even got the captains involved because they put their time and effort into it. Captains that aren't even part of our organization, but stood up and said, hey, I'll help. They all got raffle tickets. And I even had one extra rod that one of the vets brought their son with them. And so he walked away with a brand new rod.
Cool.
And all these guys walked away with gear. Some of these guys said, you know, I've never owned a new rod. I've never purchased a rod. Now they're walking away with something.
Yeah.
One person got the rod, got some Carolina Lake weights, and they're like, dude, you know, I'm starting to get all this gear. I said, dude, I'm telling you. I said, and you go get yourself a reel. Yep. I'll come hook up a rig for you. I'll take you to the banker. I'll take you out on the boat.
That's
and we'll
right.
fish with your rod.
Yeah.
You know, and that truly is what it's about. And we were blessed by our sponsors. A lot of gear went out. It could have been an awesome way to raise some funds for Operation Vets with Nets, but that day, this last Sunday, was not about that. It was all about freaking getting them on the water.
Yeah.
them having a friendly competition. We were able to bless them. We had an organization, Anderson's. Oh, I know he's gonna kill me, but Anderson's Mirror and Glass, I believe it is. They gave us $100 towards the big fish for the vet, and we threw in another 100. So that vet, which happened to be the Navy chaplain who is billeted to the Coast Guard, Steve, he won it. Yep, and I'll talk about that in a minute too. So Steve won the $200, and this thing is, he's a chaplain, and Scripture, and I made this joke. Scripture teaches us that we should be fishers of men. Well, Ralph, who was our captain, got Steve, our chappie, on fish all day long. He put that fisher of men aside and just became a fisherman, and just nailed it. And then and then it was catered. We had it catered, and the food, it was traditional, North Carolina barbecue. Oh, but it was so good, and that whole day was about the vets, and that's it. No money made, no money going towards the organization, but a lot going out and putting things in our vets' hands. And now, you may have a vet, and there are a couple of them that never went fishing before, walking away with rods. Now we might have just created some new catfishers.
That's right. Yep. That's right.
That's right. 27. What was it, Ralph? I think it was 27.46 pounds. So it was for the Northwest River. That's a good sized fish. And see, Walt, I wasn't going to mention that, but my brother Walt, who's my state lead in Virginia, and truly a very close and dear friend of mine, he didn't even catch a bluegill. And so, and just the 2 weeks prior to that, he probably was going out 4 days a week, putting over 100 pounds of fish in a boat. Come tournament day, everybody was worried about Walt being the one to win. Walt couldn't even catch a cold that day if he wanted to.
Hey, now you're just making him feel bad, man. We had it. We got the point. Well, hey, we're getting right into the hour here, and I know that Daryl actually has been working on something else besides this. Daryl's been very busy, as you guys all know. We all like to tease Daryl and give him a hard time because he's got broad shoulders and he can take it. But he does do a tremendous job working for the catfish community and helping people out. And we all know that JG Hill has been through a lot, and Daryl and many others have been helping JG get back on his feet and get through this tough time. But Daryl, if you would, could you kind of talk real quick about this JG Hill raffle, and so anybody that wants to get in on it,
yes, it's going to be this Friday night, and there's going to be a special time on Two Stands channel. We're going to start at 7:30 because it always takes us longer to get through these things than we always think it's going to.
Oh yeah,
we know Pontoon Jody's got her show right afterward. Here's a list of stuff that's on a raffle, and I've got added to this because I wanted to make sure I had this before I put it on there. There's going to be 3 Uncle Lou rods that's going to be given away. And if you could put this on screen right quick.
Yeah.
Bring me up on the big screen. These Uncle Lou are the purple, the blue, and the orange. I have all 3 of them. And Dustin is going to donate 3 Ancient Mariner reels to go on those. So one person's going to win 3 rods and 3 reels. Man, you can be set up to, catfish. If you're on a catfish, hadn't never been catfishing, you might want to get in this raffle. This where you'll be totally set up. So we're going to have that. We'll have a $50 FOA gift certificate given by Randy and Lisa Swain. A catfish sumo rod of your choice. I got a couple. I might have a couple of catfish. This is the Master Series 2. They all have the glow in the dark and the glow in the dark tilt. is this one here is just the Chopstick Master Series, the 2-piece. They have the 150 that's very deadlift 150 pounds right off the ground. They have the kayak catfish, and that is being actually gifted back by Creole. He won that whenever we did the tournament, and he said anything he wanted to give back. So he has given it back because he got the biggest fish. So Catfish Sumo gave it in the tournament, and then Creole gave it back. Albatross 6000 reel given by Bobby with 922 barbecue. We appreciate that. Thompson Outdoors is giving away a hooker's terminal tackle rod. Don and Sue Knight are giving away 2 sets of bowls and bowl koozies. And you go, what's a bowl koozie? Well,
I never realized how much I like these until I got them.
They say the most awesome thing you ever
Hey,
got.
Daryl, check out the screen as well. V would like to donate a charcuterie board. And if you guys haven't seen her woodworking, it's fantastic.
All right. Please send me that message, please. V. It's catfish. There's a bowl. You take like in the morning. What I do is I'll put oatmeal in here and throw it in the microwave and heat it up, and the bowl comes out hot. But Miss Sue's got you took care of. Got your catfish koozie right there, baby. You just sit there and eat it. That bowl stays good and hot. It keeps it hot, and you just sit there and watch your news or
Nice.
watch your YouTube favorite catfish channel. I got 2 sets of them that Sue done put together. Also, I have a wreath. I don't have it out, but it is a beautiful wreath that Sue put together. It is awesome. It's got catfish on it and rods and lures and stuff. I said, hey, if there's one day I don't have a lure and I need one, I can just take it off and go fishing with it, bring it back, put it back on. So that's awesome. And so that's so far as if I may have left something off, I have. Let me know.
You got one.
You have.
Rich.
You have a hoodie. A hoodie like the one you're wearing, but light gray. I will. Whoever the winner is, you send me their address. I'll look at what sizes I have, and I'll send them one.
Now, is this for the tournament or is this for the drawing that we're doing for JG Hill?
The drawing.
Okay. All right. So I'll get that, and that's going to be with you. Okay?
It'll be for one for the tournament as well.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get that later. All right. So now we got a hoodie. We'll find out what size you want. Boom, we got it. Just like this hoodie I got on. Ain't it awesome? Hey, everybody got up and showed their backside. I'm going to get up and show my back.
Please don't freeze. For the love of God, please don't freeze.
Thanks.
Pull your drawers up.
Yeah. I'm going to get my channel banned.
So that's what we got. And if you to get in the drawing, it's $5 a ticket or 3 for $10.
3 for 10.
Get that. Or 3 for $10. The cash app to send to get into this drawing is the cash app is $JG Hill Studio. JG and the H are all capital. JG Hill Studio. The PayPal is at JG Hill Studio. So if you want to get in that drawing, just put drawing in the message. And if you put $10, we'll automatically know to give you 3 tickets. Or if you just put 5, we'll know. Or if you put 20, we'll know to give you 6 tickets. I mean, we can out and out and put it all together. So I want to get that real quick. If you don't mind, Roger, I know we're running a little over. Do you care if I go down who the people are that's fishing in the tournament so far? Because I don't want to miss anybody.
Jeremy, you just let us know if you're scared of any of these names, okay?
Yeah, let us know if you want to back out, but we hope you won't.
I might be scared of all of them. You never know.
You never know. I've seen Jeremy skunk before, so it ain't like it won't happen or can't happen. Creole will be fishing. King Creole, Randy and Randy Swain, Daryl Morris, Floyd. And I don't know Floyd's last name. It's his YouTube channel. Ed Jenkins, Brandon Hudson, Cody Griffey, Steve Thomas, Don Robinson, Downriver Boys, Ryan Bortz, Roger Dimmick, Josh Thompson, Dominic Hollis, Katie Collins, Jody Botts, James with Cool Cats, Ray Ferguson, and John Alford. I've got all those names down. If I have missed somebody, let me know, and I'll get you in. And you send your money, like I say, to the cash out we had earlier up. Just hit me up on Messenger if you need to know that. Roger, thank you so much for letting us come on here and do this tonight.
Appreciate your
eyes. Thank you so much.
Kevin, what a trooper, man. You sat half of the show in the complete dark. I was going to say something about it earlier. I was like, man, he's a trooper. He's blacked out and he's still hanging in there.
I was sitting out in the boat. I was like, hey, I feel at home here. Yeah, this is so relaxing.
Raise your hand in chat if you've ever caught yourself sitting out in the boat, just sitting out in the boat.
Yeah, a couple hours ago.
There you go. We've all been there, buddy.
No, I love being on here, and thank you guys so much for having me on.
Kevin, I really appreciate you sharing your story. It really helped kind of give a good perspective from the veterans' point of view. So I really do appreciate you coming on and sharing your story with us, man. It was great.
Absolutely.
All right. Anybody else got anything for us? We're going to get things ready to wrap it up.
We just got a donation from Catfish with Miss V. I don't know if we can. Let me get this right. There we go. That's going to be good.
Ooh.
Yeah. She does some outstanding work, man. I'm telling you, like right here. Right there's my cat and fishing for kids.
That's awesome.
Plaques she made for, and actually all the placing kids this year got one of these plaques. She made each individual kid that placed this year one of these plaques. And Jeremy and I both won as well as a surprise. So.
Yep, and it is beautiful. I love mine.
Hey, I'm a big kid. Can I get one?
Well, I mean,
nobody will ever deny that I'm not.
Off.
You know, nobody will ever deny that I'm not a kid.
That's a fact. There you go. Thanks, Stan. Daryl keeps messing it up, but there you go. 1 for $5 or 3 for 10. So obviously, the $10 is the better bargain there. The bang for your buck, and let's all face it, it's helping. It's helping out a lot more as we go. Trying to help our brother out here. So we've all been there at some point in time, and Lord willing, we don't have to. We won't be in the situation that JG's in, and or many others before him that have, the company, the community has rallied behind and helped out. So I'm telling you, man, there's nothing like the catfish community. We say it, and it sounds cliche at times, but man, there's just nothing like it when you talk about the brotherhood and you talk about the
so
people.
True. That's so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, buddy. All right, guys. Well, if anybody else has anything, nobody else has anything, we're going to shut her down. Jeremy, you got anything for us?
No, I'm good. I mean, I just want to thank Daryl for doing this and serving my pride up on a silver platter for everybody to take advantage of publicly, no doubt. So I really want to thank him for that one.
We all know how much Jeremy loves the spotlight, right?
Oh, this was Daryl's idea. He got me on this. He wanted to raise some money, and I said, look, I gave him free reign of however he wanted to present this. And, well, you see what direction we're going now.
Yeah.
So, but it's fun. It's a good excuse to hang around with everybody live and fish and raise some money and do some good out there. It's always a good thing.
Absolutely. Well, Jeremy, thank you for being such a good sport. Daryl, thank you for the time and effort you put into it. Cody, if you're listening, thank you so much for your generosity to help head this thing up. And to each of the teams that are participating, and all of you that are tuning in and geared up for this. I'm sure we'll have links set up to where you guys can donate and help the organization outside of this. Signing up for the tournament. There's many ways you guys can help out. So
sign up and be an ambassador.
Yep.
Yep.
Or be a captain.
or be a captain. Hey, we're looking for them.
Yeah.
Hey, the best way you guys can help us out on the 28th is send in your $10 and go fishing with us.
Yes, sir.
And I'll just say this real quick, because I found myself in these shoes many times. You may not have money to donate and to monetarily help out organizations like you want to, right? We've all been there. But what you can do for free is share out the information. You can just click it, you can like it, you can share it, and you can get this information out in front of you. You may land it somebody who is in a great position to help. And so just because you don't have a bunch of money to donate and help out, that doesn't mean you're not able to help out. You can share, you can support the organization, you can make phone calls, contacts. There's lots of ways you can be an ambassador. There's lots of ways you can just help this individual event. So it's because you're not wealthy doesn't mean you're not valuable.
Hey, and we've got some people, if you can't afford the $10 to get into this event, but you want to be part of it, I've got some sponsors that have gave me money and says if somebody wants in and they can't get in it, I'll be their backer. So if you can't get in, if you don't have it, let me know. I've got a little bit of extra money that has been given to me. If they ask for it, I'll put it in with the vets and it, but I got it for you.
Tell him, Stan. Tell him.
Stan, you're a host. Stay out of my business.
He's not even letting you fish, Stan.
Any advantage he can.
Hey, all right, we'll go wrap things up, man.
We can stick Daryl's head in the water and say "Goonie Goo Goo" and let him,
Hey, if you catch it with your teeth, brother, you do it.
I'll use one hook. I'm okay with that now.
In fact,
thank you guys so much for your time.
Love y'all.
Take care, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday night. Same cat time, same cat channel. Good night, y'all.